One of the most famous research projects on relationships is called the Alameda County Study. It was facilitated by another man from Harvard, a social scientist. It was a 9-year-long study that tracked the lives of 7,000 people. And one finding in the research was that the most isolated people were 3 times more likely to die than those with strong relational connections. People who had bad health habits, say like smoking, obesity, poor eating patterns, high alcohol use, etc., but had strong social ties, live significantly longer than those who have great physical health habits but remain isolated. Interesting, isn't it? In other words, as I love how John Ortberg puts it, he says, it is better to eat Twinkies with good friends than to eat broccoli alone. In another study from the Journal of the American Medical Association, researchers took 276 volunteers and infected them with a virus that produces the common cold. People with strong relationships and emotional connections did 4 times better fighting off illness. They were less susceptible to colds, fought off the virus, produced less mucus. So I'm not lying when you say it's in the study, right? I'm just saying unfriendly people are snottier than friendly people, sorry. But the researchers confirm at a biological level what the scriptures wrote about a long time ago, that you were created for relationship, that you were designed by God for interpersonal connectedness, for authentic connection with others. And you cannot have fulfillment and the fullness of life without it. You can't live fully alive or experience the life that God designed you to live without it. You cannot know and serve God without it. And if you look at early on in the book of Genesis, we discover that, quote, it is not good for man to be alone. I mean, is it because God likes women better than men? Some of you might say yes, but no, the answer is no. This is about the fundamental importance of human relationships. In church circles, when people feel lonely, we sometimes tell people not to expect too much from human relationships. We try to lower the expectations. We might say there's a God-shaped void in all of us that only God can fill. And yes, that's true, but there's something else that's true. According to the writer of Genesis, there's also a human-shaped void that God himself has chosen not to fulfill. No substitute will fill in your need for human relationship. Not money, not success, not busyness, or not anything else. Connectedness, relationship, it is God's desire for your life. What you were made for. There's no way around it. And if you want human flourishing to happen in your life, you need to build strong relationships. And again, that takes work and intentionality. If you want to live the life God dreams and designed for your life, it starts with a relationally driven lifestyle. A life of meaning, fulfillment, and significance cannot be found without this orientation towards life, without the perspective that we were created for community, for relationship, for authentic connection. Our lives will be defined ultimately by our relationships, because relationships are the currency of the human economy. And how we choose to treat others and interact with others will determine who we become, and it will determine the sum total of significance in our lives.